Hello everyone, welcome back to my class once again. Today I am going to explain a very important topic from national income, which is actually the last topic from national income that states the relation between GDP and welfare. There may be a question that is that can we consider GDP as an index of welfare, or you may get such questions like explain that GDP as an index of welfare. Here what you will have to do is that you will have to explain, or you have to illustrate whether if there is an increase in GDP, it will increase our welfare or not. So before that, before we start this explanation or the relation between GDP and welfare, we must know what is welfare and what are the different types of welfare. Welfare refers to a sense of well-being or betterment. Any activity that improves the condition of our life increases our welfare. Now, welfare may be of three types, that is economic welfare, non-economic welfare and social welfare. Economic welfare refers to the welfare which can be measured in terms of money, or the benefits, the value of which we can convert into money or express in terms of money. For example, if there is an increase in my income or increase in income of the country, then we can say that our welfare has increased because our income has increased. Again, if our property increases, that will also indicate an increase in our economic welfare, because the value of property or value of increase in property can be calculated in terms of money, or you can estimate the value of increase in welfare in terms of money, so it is economic welfare. Further, we will get another type of welfare is called non-economic welfare. Non-economic welfare refers to the well-being affected by non-economic factors. Say for example, an improvement in law and order condition of the country, an improvement in environment, a reduction in pollution, or improvement in road transport. All these things are improving our non-economic welfare. And why these are non-economic welfare? Because increase in well-being because of these factors cannot be measured in terms of money. Finally, we will get social welfare. Social welfare is the combination of economic welfare and non-economic welfare. That means if we add economic welfare and non-economic welfare, we will get social welfare. Now I am going to explain the relation between GDP and welfare. That means if GDP increases, whether our welfare will increase or not. Sometimes we get a question that is GDP an index of welfare? That means if there is an increase in our GDP, then our welfare will also increase or not. In simple words, we can say that GDP is not necessarily an index of our welfare. That means we cannot conclude that if there is an increase in GDP, our welfare will also increase. Now, why we cannot conclude this? Because of some factors. And these factors I am going to explain point wise. The first point is distribution of GDP. If increased GDP is distributed equally in the society, welfare will increase, and if increased GDP is distributed unequally, then increase in welfare will be lower. If increased GDP is distributed equally among the factors of production in the form of factor prices, say for example rent, interest, wage and profit, then our welfare will increase. But if increased GDP is not distributed equally, some people or some factors of production will get a larger share, others will be exploited, then our welfare will not increase. Second point is non-monetized transactions. There are some activities in our economy which cannot be monetized, particularly the services, the value of which cannot be expressed in terms of money. Say for example, services of housewives. The housewives are working in the family, but the value of their activities cannot be measured in terms of money. so it is not included in national income or it is not included in GDP. Now, the point to be noted is that services of housewives increases our welfare, but it is not included in GDP. So, how can you say that GDP is indicating our welfare? So, the second point indicates that because of non-monetized transactions, our welfare is underestimated. Say, for example, another example, a teacher is taking tuition to his own children. So, the value of his services cannot be measured in terms of money. So, it will not be included in GDP, even though it is increasing welfare. Third point is externalities. Whatever is produced in our economy, or most of the output which are being produced in our economy are having some positive externalities or they have some negative externalities. I can give an example of a farm that has positive externality, that is a commercial flower garden. On the other hand, I can give example of a farm that has negative externality, say for example a piggery, a person rearing pigs, or a cement factory that emits dust in the society. In this case, the commercial flower garden is having positive externality in the sense that the neighbors, the people who are living in that area will enjoy the fragrance without making any payment. So their welfare will increase because of the fragrance of flowers. On the other hand, the cement factory will be emitting dust and will harm the people living in that area. Similarly, a piggery will have a negative externality in the form of stink or bad odors that will be spreading in the air, and the neighboring people will suffer without getting any compensation. So you see here, the positive externalities in the form of fragrance are increasing our welfare, and negative externalities in the form of dust particles or in the form of the bad odor which is coming out of this piggery will reduce our welfare. Neither the positive externalities nor the negative externalities are included in national income or GDP. So we cannot say that GDP will reflect our welfare. Next point is all types of goods produced are included in GDP, but all goods will not increase our welfare. Simple example is consumer goods and defense materials. Increased production of consumer goods will increase our welfare because we will get benefit directly. We will be able to consume those commodities, and if the production is very good, then we will be getting them at a cheaper rate also. But defense materials, say for example a rocket launcher, missiles, then bullets, guns, hand grenades, okay, all these things will obviously increase the strength of our country, will defend us from foreign aggression, but this will not increase our welfare. So in this case we can conclude that production of defense articles will not increase our welfare, but they will be included in GDP. So I can conclude that production of all commodities are included in GDP, but production of all commodities will not increase our welfare. And lastly, production of all commodities are included in GDP, but some commodities will reduce our welfare. For example, bidi, cigarettes, gutka, talab, pan, liquor, that is wines, okay, all these things will reduce our welfare because consumption of these commodities is harmful. Even it is written in the packets also that cigarette smoking is injurious to health, or even in some pictures are also there that it may lead to cancer or all these diseases. That means it is quite clear that consumption of these commodities will reduce our welfare, but production of these commodities are included in GDP. So to conclude, we can say that GDP cannot be considered as an index of our welfare.